Hi traders, this is Kim from Ninja-Addons.com. In this video tutorial, I'm going to explain how you can use the tick replay or the NT8 playback feature to get historical levels and start using the radar tape indicator in good conditions. Let's get started. So as usual, I'm going to load the indicator on the chart. So let's open the indicator window and then let's select Ninja-Addons folder and finally selecting the radar tape indicator. So you can leave the default values as it is and just click OK to load the radar tape indicator. Right, so the very first time you will use the radar tape, you won't see anything. And this is because the radar tape reads the time and sale data, so it needs real-time data. Right? So what you'll need to do is to let the indicator run for a few hours to actually see something, especially the aggregate levels. In order to not lose this information and be able to display it again, when you reload the chart, the radar tape records the levels on your hard drive. But still, you need to let the indicator run for a few hours in order to record these levels, which means that if you trade several instruments, you need to have one chart per instrument with the radar tape open, which is not really ideal because it also uses a lot of CPU resources, which is not something that we want, right? So the other solution is to use the new tick replay feature, which is introduced with NT8 or the playback data feature. Let's talk first about the tick replay. So to use the tick replay, you first need to activate this feature by going into your control center, select tools, and then options, and then market data. So you can see that you can enable or disable tick replay option from here. Once this is done, you'll see in the data series window a new option called tick replay that you can activate or not. So if you activate it, it will load the chart by replaying each a single exchange tick by tick. And be careful here because it can be very time consuming and can overload your CPU usage. So you can find more information about it in NT8 help guide. Okay. All right, so if you want to use the tick replay with a radar tape, it is totally possible, but it takes time to load. So with some tests and depending on the instrument, the market volatility and other few factors, it can take up to 5 minutes to load only 3 days of data, right? So be aware that it can be very long and we don't really advise you to use this feature to load historical data with a radar tape. Okay, so the second possibility, which works very well, is to use the playback connection, which was called Market Replay in NT7. So to do so, you first need to download the days you want to play back. So you can do this by going to the Control Center, click on Tools, Import, and then Historical Data. So at the bottom, you can see Get Market Replay Data, and from there, you just select the instrument and the date you want to replay, and then download. You can download several days like that, and once it's done, you can close the window and then start to replay the data. So to do so, just go to your control center, select Connections, and then Playback Connection. Now you can see this little window where you will start the playback. So just to be sure to replay with Market Replay selected, not historical, since the last one does not include tick data. So select the date to start, the date to end, and then click on Play. Of course, you need to have a chart open with the radar tape on it, all right? Okay, so now you can click the play button, increase the speed to max so it can run faster than the real duration. So let's do it, right? As you can see, the levels are found and stored on your hard drive, so the next time you'll open a chart, you will see these historical levels on my chart.
Big level.
So if you play several days in a row, you will note that the replay slows down. This is because all the data are saved in real-time memory and there's actually a lot of it, right? So in this case, just press F5 or right-click and reload NinjaScript. That way the data can be saved into your hard drive and release some memory space for the next data to come. So when you do that, it can freeze a little, but don't worry, it works fine. Okay, so I'm going to pause this recording and we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, now it's done. I can disconnect from the playback connection, and if I open a chart this time, I'll see all the historical levels that were recorded during the playback. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful, and don't forget that if you have any questions, suggestion, or feedback, don't hesitate to send us a note at contact@ninja-addons.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notified when a new video is published. Thank you again for watching. Till next time. Bye!